Good morning to all our listeners tuning into Hot Topic and Fresh News. It's the 8th of April, 2024, and we're bringing you the latest, most pressing news of the day. Tragedy has struck Mozambique as a makeshift ferry capsized off its northern coast, leading to the death of over 90 people. This vessel, dangerously overcrowded and ill-equipped for its passenger load, was carrying around 130 people, including children. Reports tell us that some were fleeing a cholera outbreak. Others were bound for a local fair. The Secretary of State for the province of Nampula, Jaime Neto, has pointed to an overload of passengers as the cause of this unfortunate incident. Meanwhile, panic continues to spread as Mozambique and its neighbors, Zimbabwe, Malawi, and South Africa, grapple with a severe cholera outbreak. The local authorities, along with international aid organizations, are battling a disease that has reported nearly 15,000 cases and 32 deaths since October. In a heartbreaking scene, videos on social media show bodies lined up on a beach, some of them children. This constitutes the latest struggle for Mozambique, a country plagued by poor infrastructure and largely reliant on overcrowded boats for transportation. Stay with us as we will delve deeper into these events in our next segment. Hello, dedicated listeners. This is your trusted anchor, Emily, coming to you with the day's most pressing issues.
And I'm David, ready to add some insight and analysis.
Always a pleasure to have you with us, David. And remember, listeners, we're here with you every day, live on Hot Topic and Fresh News. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. Ready to get into it? Straight to the hot topics.
The news from Mozambique is deeply distressing. Could you tell us more about what led to this tragedy?
Absolutely. The boat was overcrowded, well beyond its capacity, carrying around 130 people. Many were fleeing a cholera outbreak while others were on their way to a fair. The vessel, primarily used for fishing, was ill-equipped to handle such a large number of passengers, leading to the disaster.
Can we expect the death toll to rise further?
Quite possibly. As of now, at least 94 people have been confirmed dead, with 26 still missing. Rescue efforts are underway, but the situation remains bleak.
The cholera outbreak seems to have played a significant role in this. Could you elaborate on that?
Yes, misinformation about the cholera outbreak led to panic and a desperate rush to escape the disease. This further added to the overcrowding of the boat. Currently, the outbreak is running rampant in Mozambique and neighboring countries, with nearly 15,000 cases reported since October.
What is the government doing to handle this health crisis?
Authorities are striving to contain the cholera outbreak and are receiving international assistance. However, the disease continues to pose a significant threat.
It's a devastating situation. The infrastructure problem exacerbates the crisis, doesn't it?
Indeed. Mozambique's poor road network means that many regions rely heavily on boats for transportation, often leading to overcrowding. This infrastructure challenge, coupled with health crises, creates a grim situation for the people of Mozambique. To provide some context on the severity of the cholera outbreak, the UN Children's Agency, UNICEF, has labeled it as the worst cholera outbreak in the last 2 decades.
That's terrifying. Could you give us an idea of the actual numbers?
Sure. Since October, almost 15,000 cases of cholera have been reported in Mozambique alone, resulting in 32 fatalities. And it's not just Mozambique. Neighboring countries like Zimbabwe, Malawi, and South Africa are also grappling with cholera outbreaks.
The situation seems even more desperate when you consider the transportation challenges. Could you elaborate on that?
Yes, you're right. Mozambique, situated along the eastern coast of Africa, has a very poor road network. This means many regions are only accessible by boats. As a result, these boats are frequently overcrowded, as seen with the recent tragedy where a vessel carrying 130 passengers capsized and sank.
Truly a calamitous situation. With the dual crisis of the health outbreak and the transportation infrastructure deficiencies, what are the authorities doing to address these issues?
Indeed, it's a difficult situation. The authorities are working tirelessly to contain the cholera outbreak. Simultaneously, they are also focusing on rescue efforts for the unfortunate boat tragedy. But the situation remains complex and challenging. And that wraps up another episode of Hot Topic and Fresh News. We've delved deep into the recent tragedy in Mozambique, discussing the overcrowded ferry disaster and the devastating cholera outbreak. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and get involved in the comments. Your support and engagement mean everything to us.
Exactly. Don't just share the news, share us. We're way more entertaining than the average news alert, and probably less alarming. We'll be back tomorrow with more insights and discussions. I promise it'll be worth the wait.
We really can't thank you enough. We look forward to unpacking more news with you in our upcoming episodes.
Absolutely. And remember, we're here every day, same time, same place. Both. Stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news. Our channel's content will amuse.